Hey everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator, and welcome back to the Highlands. This is a speed run, or attempted speed run, of getting the castle built on this lovely map. Last couple of episodes we've just been establishing the farm, doing the initial harvesting of everything, and this is the culmination of the first major delivery of goods, because I don't want to be going to and from the store non-stop. And so I do believe in just getting a huge amount of goods just once and then moving on. This tractor is, or tractor trailer is destined to go to the sawmill, and that's going to be the focus of today's episode. We want to get our logging started so that we can deliver those lovely wood beams to the castle. I have dug myself into a corner here. I think I might move the truck back. Give ourselves some space, and we'll open up those ramps. Yeah, so that forklift particular is destined to stay at the sawmill because it will be lifting all of those heavy beams and stuff onto the truck. This series we're doing an interesting approach, or something I've never done before, is I am leasing nearly everything unless there's something amazingly good in the sales. And the goal is to get as much AI activity going as possible. And to that effect, right now out there, we do have our harvester. Where are you? I can't see you. We can go over to the field. We have the harvester currently harvesting our wheat field. Last episode we did the barley across the road, the one over there. And what we do need to do is get an AI worker to work on this swath. I want to get a windrower done. So let's get the truck. Where are you? This guy. We'll strap everything down. Let's get this over to the windmill. Not the windmill, the sawmill. Alright, we have arrived. Let's get this thing unloaded. Hopefully we can do it without falling off too spectacularly. And welcome to your new home, Manitou. Yeah, the reason I want to have this here is because these big wooden logs that we're going to have spawn at this spot right here are really heavy. And if you try to use the electric one, it just doesn't work out too well. The electric one currently is on its way to the shop, and my plan is to use it at the shop, but I only drove it halfway. My plan was to get use the truck to do the rest, but it's not that far from the shop, so let's just enjoy driving it. Here it is right now. If we open up the map, you can see that it's in town, top left corner, and we only have to go to where that yellow dot is down the road, so it's not too far. So rather than driving the truck over the entirety of the map and then back half again and then all the way back to the sawmill, let's just quickly get this across, and we can use this as an opportunity to check out this beautiful fishing village. I think Giants has done an amazing job giving this a nice coastal look and feel, the roads and the textures on the roads. I really like the amount of people too. I think that looks pretty good. I think it gives it a bit of life and character. Definitely feels cold. It doesn't feel like a sunny time of the year. The color palette they've chosen is very interesting. I love the birds in the sky. They look fantastic. We've got the rivers either side. Actually, that reminds me, there is a cell tower. We need to put down our cell tower to get the telcos to give us a bit of money. Our work has a full tank. You know what? That's a higher priority than me driving this at slow speed. So let's find this guy. And where is it? Are you at an annoying spot? Why are you always going uphill when you're full? Why can't you be on the downhill? What I should do is I should park the tractor on the edge like this, and that way it will do a partial unload. It gives us a little bit more time. So let's go across here, jump in there, turn off that, turn off that. Hopefully we can do a U-turn without too much trouble. Love it. I am surprised how much I am enjoying Farming Simulator again. I mentioned this in the first episode. I hadn't played for like 6 months. I just got overwhelmed by the first series, particularly when I was doing the Everything Challenge. The logistics of just getting everything running at the same time. I just came to the conclusion that it was going to take so many hours of just drudgery to do it, and so I should have put out a video saying, hey, I'm just giving up. But half of it was I was really enjoying playing Transport Fever 2 over on my Donut Transport Fever channel, and I do like detailing these simulator worlds a lot, and Transport Fever 2 lets me do that, where it's a little bit harder to do that in Farm Sim. You don't really get to make your own story. Basically, the story is given to you in the map. And so, yeah, I was just enjoying playing Transport Fever 2 instead. So, yeah, there's 2 big series over there, particularly that you can go watch. The Great Western Railway, which was all about fabricating a Great Western Railway scenario. And currently we are doing what's called the Errors map, and so the series is split up to loosely 50 episodes for steam, 50 for diesel, and 50 for electricity. And we started with a blank map, and we're actually inventing all of the industries as we do it. And so we plop down a mod that gives us an industry, just a blank industry, no buildings, nothing like that, and then we actually make the buildings and all that stuff. So that's been really fun to make. Fishing places, actually I just made a couple of days ago a equivalent of the Highlands fishing diorama out in the ocean, and we've made paper mill plants, and we've made big huge farms and stuff like that. So lots of fun, and obviously there's a lot more transport in that game, so it's fun to organise all of the trains and have the Flying Scotsman and all the other cool trains flying around the map and making it really alive. That's the kind of problem with Farming Sim. It's kind of alive, but kind of not. I mean, the traffic's okay, but I would like to see a little bit more going on, like particularly in the industry buildings. It'd be more interesting to see something going on. Right, we do need to get the windrowing started, because next month is a month where we can do crops. So I am tempted to get that done sooner than later. Alright, so you empty. You are empty enough. Alright, turn the engine off. Let's get this guy into the shop, so we can use it to load fertilizer bags and stuff like that. I think it's got enough weight. You can probably only just lift 1 or 2 at a time. I will expand the tongs, and let's go drop them down a little bit. Let's go around the roundabout the wrong way. Not much traffic around, so no head-to-head at this point. Actually, just as I lower those tongs, I might need to lift them up to get them over the railway line here. And we have arrived into the dealer, and welcome to your new home, where all you're going to do is load up bags of stuff and shove them on trailers for me. I probably should have just bought a shop one, edited the XML file, but I kind of want to do this like what you can do on console. The mods I have are mainly just quality of life ones. They don't actually change the gameplay that much, and so everything I'm doing here should in theory be should be possible on console. So you can now sit there as your home base. The baler we need to use, but first we need a windrower. So let's run over the shop and lease one of those. I'm thinking something that isn't a behemoth, mainly because the swath that when it comes together, I don't want it to overwhelm the baler, and so it doesn't need to be too big. Actually, wrong keystroke, try that one. All right, so balers, the balers, windrowers, so I think that's up top. Well, first things first, we are going to need this one. So we're going to lease this trailer. That's how we're going to pick things up. And from a windrower point of view, do I want a tether? Yeah, we want a tether as well, so we can do stuff. So this one costs $7.90 versus $8.41. We don't need it very often. So that's 8.9 meters versus 8.2. I think I'm going to go slightly cheaper on this one. This one's way too small. It's terrible. But we'll go this one. It won't overwhelm the tractor, and it should be good. And then from a windrower point of view, we don't need a swath to be brought in too much, so probably around this range. I do have this low to high mod that resource everything in low to high, so if this order is not what you're used to, that's what's causing that. And then we will lease that. And I don't want to go super high cost here, because a lot of these things are just going to be sitting around month to month doing nothing. Let's find someone who's useless. You are useless. You can detach that. So maybe we can actually run both of these at the same time. We will find out. Line it up correctly might help. And get the windrower on the back. Now this isn't the biggest windrower. That's fine. That isn't the biggest baler in the world either. So if we make a swath that's too big, it will overwhelm it. So let's get this out to the grass field. Up we go into the grass field area. Hopefully we can do both at the same time. We will find out. So I'd like for it to ted it. And I think that does go on the front. No, it does not. All right. So let's turn that off. We'll detach the windrower. We may be able to do some of the hay while we are waiting for this to happen. I noticed that the harvester just filled up. There's about one stripe left, so that's nearly done. So that blue tractor very soon will be available to do work. Come round, and off you go. Go, Ted. Work it out. Are you going to work it out? You are going to work it out. All right. Blue guy, where are you? Be useful. Yeah, so actually, did you finish? Oh, you did finish. Nice. So, yeah, we'll be able to put this to bed. If there is a harvest contract, that would be attractive, but not my focus, because I don't want to lose a tractor on it. I would only do it if we have a spare tractor, because I want this guy to be doing the windrowing of the hay. Need to get this land cleared so we can turn it around and put a new crop in. We may be at the point where we should buy another trailer or lease another trailer. And I'm pretty sure we are now done as far as our properties. So here's our area. 22 is still growing. Actually, it's plough, but there's nothing on it. So yeah, we're risky at the point where we need to think about getting something in the ground, and good stuff. All right, and close that up, close that up. Close the thing up, and I'm going to be lazy and go straight through the fence because I can. Up the road, sorry, beautiful old car. Cows are happy. We haven't looked at the sheep yet. I'm pretty sure they will be happy, but we'll be making a bale in a second. And we do have the tongs on the front of that JCB, so we can, around the yard, pick up bales and do things with them. Yeah, this thing right here, this yellow thing. So things are coming along nicely. Am I going to put this harvester on another field? I don't think I will. I think I'm going to do this playthrough with a lot less contracts, because the problem is if I start a contract, it's just more time. Down you go. Oh, that's what I want. Yeah, I keep on pressing B rather than A. Yeah, I don't want time. I'd rather move the clock forward than, you know, and rather sleep rather than be beholden to a contract. Particularly the haulage side of things can be a bit laborious. So let's put this back under the cover here where we found it when we started the save game. And see what my backing skills are like. You know what, Donut? Not perfect, but not a bad first try either. Done. All right. Where are you, Blue? You're doing a great job. Let's get this unloaded, and then you can change to doing what I'm trying to toggle the map. I'm holding the controller so tight that it toggled the button. And yeah, we'll deliver this into the shed, and we'll get our total for the year. Not using precision farming, probably could, but I just wanted to keep it simplistic. It does mean that we'll have to do fertilization and stuff a lot more, but I'm fine with that. There's plenty of good equipment out there that makes that a pretty easy job. We are going to have to change the tires on one of these tractors to be narrow. Maybe the JCB might be a good choice for that. Loving how this is starting. I think we're going to make some good money. We haven't done anything major yet, but actually we haven't really done anything that's actually going to generate good income. We need to get forestry started. All right, and you can just sit there. Actually, you know what? You can't just sit there. You are on duty for windrowing. So let's get up to that grass field, grab the windrower, get this guy set off, and then yeah, right. So we've done water, we've done food. We'll go over here and check here. So it says health is 30%, food 4,000. That's good enough for there. We know the sheep, not the sheep, we know that the cattle are good because we deliver that food. Ooh. And yeah, we're making good progress. We've got this tedded grass over here, which means the cows will get, I think it's an 80% bonus rather than only 40% from grass. I mean, we could do silage, but that's a bit more future. Range come. Now I could set this off in this field, but I don't know whether it would be faster than the JCB. And also, the grass will grow through the swath anyway. So, what's important is we get the hay off the ground. I mentioned this last episode, maybe. The plan is to probably just do 1 or so years worth of hay, make a big stockpile, and then just ignore it. So as in not bother to do it to save our time, because it's not worth the money. And yeah, as long as we've got something to feed the cattle and stuff, we're good to go. So yeah, this is pretty good progress. And then once this is all windrowed up, I'm waiting for the thumbnail right here. There's a thumbnail right now. Then we need to get in here with the baler. All right, let's dig into some lumber stuff. The goal is to get back up here into the forest. If we open up the map, if I get the right button, and look at our fields, you can see this whole area at the back is available. The good news is there's big trees up there. The bad news is there's a lot of trees that can't be cut down by a excavator, but there is enough, I think, to cover the cost. So yeah, the goal is to run through here with an excavator, do what can be done, cut everything into 6-meter lengths, get them hauled off, and then that should get our wood products started. So saying all that, the next thing to do is get an excavator. So let's jump across to the shop, and we will find the excavator. It's not in the sale, is it? It is not. It's not good enough. It's not enough money off. If it was down like $20,000, I'd consider it, but it's not. All right. This forest is pretty big. Now, you can go this stuff. They have a limited width, so you can see 70, 70, 120. I think the excavator way of doing it is 81. This is the one to do. I tried to buy this one continually, and continually I'm disappointed with it and upgrade to this. So let's just do this one. We'll be doing a harvester head, and we'll be leasing this, and we'll be leasing it for however long it takes to get it done. That is going to be like molasses, driving that back to home, which is way over there. So let's go get our truck, which is here, currently not busy in the sawmill yard. We've delivered our forklift, so it can do its duty when we get the wood here. And the next question is, once we have the wood cut down, how do we want to haul it? Since the universal load mod has done us dirty and doesn't really want to behave, I think I'm actually going to maybe also get a grapple for the excavator. Maybe, I don't know. Let's get over to the shop and I'll make my mind up. Absolutely flying along. Love this truck. Maybe cheap and a little bit underpowered, but it does get to a nice top speed. And yes, I did go the wrong way out of the sawmill. I had to do the U-turn and come back to the main highway. Right, let's load this bad boy up. I haven't come to a conclusion about how I want to pick up the logs. I don't know whether I'm going to reinstall the auto load mod or what, but for now, let's get those ramps down and let's get this excavator done. This is probably my favorite piece of equipment in this game. There's just something about it. I have done a lot of hours in one of these excavators. In 22 we had the logging Silver Run ones where it was called Silver Run Deforest, where all I did was use this every episode. Whoops, get that right. Get this. Yeah, it was where I was just logging. It was just logging the whole map, and then the whole thing was to music. You are a bit narrow. That's annoying. Why can't... Come on, there it goes. Wow, that's really narrow. That is really narrow. I don't think I've been using this trailer for this. I think I tend to use the bigger one. There we go. Alright, let's get that down. Yeah, I haven't played this game for 6 months, and you know what? Muscle memory is exactly where it needs to be. It's just like I just did it yesterday. Alright. That's a huge piece of machinery, isn't it? And off we go. That's huge. Alright, as we slowly come into home, this thing is heavy, but doesn't that look awesome? We'll unload it right here. Let's not give this guy any more of a heartache. I think my plan here is to go around the outside, thin around the outside. That will give us like a de facto road as things get thinned out, and then we'll move towards the middle. I think, you know what? That will do. And done. As I was driving over, I noticed that the worker has finished its heading, so that's pretty cool too. Hopefully it's still on straight and we can just come straight off. Make sure that head is lifted up. Open it up. And as you can see, there's trees where it's happy. So what will happen is it will give me a red circle if it's not the right type of tree. So if we get close to something that's supported, if we get out a bit, if we get close and it's supported, it will go green. It's lying to me. So I need to set the length. So it needs to be, we want 6s. Alright, so if I try to go, for example, to this tree, it should, see how it's got a red ring? Zoom in a bit. So yeah, that tree is not supported by this head. So I'm not sure whether it's because it's too small or if it's just the wrong type of tree. So if you look up, it does have a lot of limbs, and I think that's the reason. I think it has to be like a straight type tree. Now, all these green ones with moss on them, they're not necessarily all not supported. Some certainly isn't, but if it's a bit smaller, it is. And so, yeah, I'm just going to methodically go around this and hopefully find the ones that are supported. Will hopefully leverage some of my skills. Don't fall over. Okay, go that way instead. And we'll hopefully make these into semi-neat piles. So if we don't use an auto load type thing, we can just use a grappler to pick them up. Why did I choose 6 meters? Is because I believe it is the most financially prudent size, and so you make the most amount of money if you use 6 meters. That's my understanding. Might be wrong. So are you a green or are you a red? You are a green. So good news. So you've got to make sure it swings in. And I'm going to do a whole lot of dancing with the head, a little bit of up, a little bit of left, a bit of playing with the angle left and right to make it into a nice pile. And you, surprise, surprise, after doing it for 100 hours or so, I'm actually not that bad at it. And since this is a kind of a new topic and a new thing, I think we will call that the end of the episode. Let's quickly check on the tedding. I believe it did finish. Yeah, you did finish and you did an amazing job. So we can bring that home. As I bring this home, we'll say goodbye. Don't forget to shove a like on the video if you liked it. And definitely subscribe if you want to see more of this action. We're trying to get the castle done. Obviously, we haven't shown it yet, but the goal is to generate enough money to rapidly make enough farm money that we can afford the more boutique things required for the farm to fund the castle restoration. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to see what the castle wants. I actually don't know what its requirements are. I just know right at the start it needs to have a whole lot of logs. So yeah, that's the focus. But with this guy finishing that role, yeah, we'll definitely call it the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time as we get into the forest and get our sawmill full of wood. See you next time.